Smallpox, also known as variola, is caused by the variola virus, and it was the disease that had the greatest impact in the Americas. The virus is spread person to person by inhalation of the virus in the air exhaled by victims. Humans are the only known reservoir for the pathogen. No animals naturally contract the disease. If the individual survives the disease or exposure to the pathogen, he or she will have immunity to it. Isolated groups not yet exposed who come into contact with the pathogen will contract the disease in high percentages. When the virus is first contracted, it lies dormant for 8 to 12 days before symptoms occur. Because of the similarities with measles and other diseases and lack of proper documentation, the origin of smallpox is still unknown to this day. Smallpox was frequently called the speckled monster throughout history. This was due to the devastation it caused around the world with death tolls in the millions, and that disfigured many. In Japan, they called it the smallpox demon and set up shrines in their home of this demon to appease, to be cured. Today we know it as the variola virus or smallpox. Through changes in science and technology, we've been able to discover what a virus is, how it affects the body, and how it has spread. Treatments of the medical community. Practitioners in Asia developed a technique called variolation. This involved taking scabs from individuals who had smallpox and blowing them into the nose or through a puncture in the skin of a non-infected individual so that they would contract a mild form of the disease. This method of variolation had spread around the world by 1700. Edward Jenner, shown on the right, was a physician who developed the smallpox vaccine in 1796. One day, overhearing a milkmaid, he discovered that because they were exposed to cowpox, it made them immune to smallpox. Following this information, he took pus from a cowpox blister and inoculated the skin of James Phipps, an 8-year-old boy. This method was a success and was the beginning of preventing smallpox. Symptoms of smallpox. Historical documents of the symptoms of smallpox varied slightly. This was because of the confusion between measles, scarlet fever, and other rash-like diseases. English physicians neglected the study of the varieties and characteristics of the rashes from smallpox, making it consistently confused with measles and scarlet fever. This makes the origin of smallpox still unknown to this day. However, it was found in that 900 AD, a physician named Rhazes from the hospital of Baghdad gave the first accurate description of the disease. Today, we now know that smallpox causes high fever, skin rash, severe headache, malaise, backache, abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea. How has this disease been understood or viewed within society, and has it changed? Before vaccination, this disease was barely understood. Commonly believed around the world was that a red light would cure smallpox. By the 15th century, when smallpox spread to West Africa, they believed that this disease was a result of the god of Chaponus, divine displeasure upon humans. By the 18th century, this was widely understood through the success of vaccination and was eradicated by 1980. The picture on the right shows of how British colonists in the 18th century purposely gave Native Americans smallpox through infected blankets as biological warfare.